In our society today, loss and failure is often seen as something that is bad and should be avoided at all costs. I mean, looking back 10 years ago when I was in a tournament, when we lost a game, we went home with nothing. You know, our coaches told us we lost, so be it. Next time we come along. And I was upset, right? You know, you'd be upset when you lost. Maybe you cried once or twice, but you'd come back the next tournament or game and try harder. Today's day and age, especially I've seen it with myself and even the younger kids of today, they try to coddle them to the point where they give them participation trophies and try to make them feel less bad about failure and loss. However, in my opinion, loss and failure is a good thing and should be embraced rather than avoided. I've only been on this earth for 21 years and I've experienced a lot of failures. I was an absolute loser at school. I could not get any girls and I was that really shy kid. Also, when I was 19 years old, I started my first personal training business that I eventually had to shut down because I just wasn't making enough money. I failed to learn programming twice over the past 2 years, in addition to getting the lowest mark in my class in programming in the 10th grade. You see, we often see these failures as something bad and something to be avoided. And I'll be honest, when I failed at those things, such as learning to code and my business, it hurt a lot. However, after taking a step back and really just trying to understand why I lost, how I lost, why I failed, and how I could improve, I look back at it with a form of gratitude. You see, the term fail forward is a very common term in the startup community. It simply means that the more you fail, the more you learn, which will in part push you forward. For example, if I didn't try my first business, I wouldn't be here today doing what I would do. Because I failed at that personal training business, it led me to learning a new skill and in part led me to programming. In addition, the failed business taught me how to do social media, talk to clients, do marketing and sales. And though the end goal wasn't what I wanted it to be, which was making money and a self-sustaining business, it put me on the right track to where I want to be. And so failures like that, whatever you may be going through, it may not seem like that in the moment, but I promise you, if you just take a step back and look at it from an objective perspective, you'll realize the invaluable lessons that those failures taught you. And again, I know it's difficult to look at those losses. Maybe you lost your business. Maybe you're not getting the girl you want. Maybe you're not learning to code well enough. You know, you're failing a lot and you're not really understanding. But simply just taking action and working towards the goal is often just good enough and will eventually lead to something greater. I went from no valuable skills to learning about the body and personal training. And once I failed at that, I told myself that I needed to learn how to code, which I failed at, but I tried again and I tried again and I tried again to the point where I eventually started to get it, to the point where I am today as a programmer. So look at failure as good, fail forward, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.